we're going to move on to the next game here. Pats, Bills. Trilogy. Both teams split the regular season series. One piece, including that crazy windy game that was like 50 miles per hour or whatnot. To where Mac Jones threw the ball like 3 times.
Yeah.
And then, as we know, the second game, the Bills, got some revenge. But even in that game, it wasn't a pretty game. So, like, in all honesty, I just think the Patriots are going to beat them. And the reason why I say this is because the Bills, much like the Chargers, they remind me so much of each other because when the chips are on the table, in the biggest moments, they croak and they choke every single time. And just a year ago, we were sitting there, a lot of people were sitting there saying, oh, the Bills are going to rule the AFC East for so many years. The Patriots are done. The Patriots are done. And 1 year later, Belichick retools the defense, gets his guy at quarterback and the rookie quarterback, his new Tom Brady, and he has these guys back in the playoffs. It's like he's the GOAT coach, man. And I just feel like with that experience and that knowledge,
So far.
he is.
So far.
No, this proved it. He is. He is. He doesn't have to win the Super Bowl with this team this year to prove that. By him taking them to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback that everybody said wasn't that good.
Well, I loved him. I wanted to pick him.
Yeah, but a lot of people leading up to the draft said he won't be that good.
Dummies.
They said he didn't have the arm strength. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. And all the kid kept doing was winning. He found his Tom Brady. Like, he's the greatest coach of all time because of that. And then on top of that, his defense. Look at that defense. The defense is legit. They're no joke. Like, and I just don't like the Bills, how they respond in these situations. So, just based on that alone, and the fact I think how this is going to play out, Belichick's going to run the ball down their throats. He's going to eat up the clock. Whatever passes that Mac Jones does pass, it's not going to be deep passes. It's going to be short, 5-yard hitch routes, intermediate routes, keep the chains moving. Anything to keep the Bills' offense off the field, even though he trusts his defense.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to keep that offense at bay, he's going to do it. And I just think the Patriots, because of who the coach is, are better equipped. And I just think that the Bills always choke in these situations. So I'm going to go Patriots 17-13. It's going to be an ugly game.
I agree.
How do you have it played out, though? Because you could have it played out completely different than I have it played out.
I think it's going to be a lot more Mac Jones in this game, but I think it's going to be a lot more defensive game, and it's going to come down to who has the better defense, and I got to give that to the Patriots. But I got the final score being 20-17. Like,
yeah, I like that.
I'm just not a big fan of the way Josh Allen been playing this year. Like, I think if you look from last year to this year, it has just been like a big, like, he has not played. Like, I don't like the way he's playing this year.
That's what happens when you give a guy who's only proven himself in 1 year big money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what happens. You know what I mean? They regress. You know, sometimes they regress. If he's that guy, they don't regress. And in certain games, he's regressed this year. I'm telling you, the big moments, just like Herbert and the Chargers, they choke every single time. Every single time. They can't get out of their own way. That's their problem. And you can't do that against Belichick. And I just think with all that experience, even though the Bills are at home, that's nothing to Belichick.
Yeah.
That cold weather, that's what they're used to.
Yeah. Hey, that don't mean nothing in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing at all. So I think it's going to be a physical game. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I will ask you this. So you said that you expect more Mac Jones in this game. Is there a chance we see Mac Jones have his defining game, let's say? Like the best game so far of his career in this game?
No.
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 You think he's going to make enough positive plays to look impressive?
Well, I don't think like he's been making positive plays all year. Like he's very good at taking control of the football and not turning the ball over. That's
Well,
the
the
best
last
thing he's
couple
doing.
games he has looked like a rookie the last couple games.
Yeah, but I don't see him going out and balling, putting up massive numbers. Like I think it's going to be a lot more Mac Jones, but like, I don't think it's going to be an explosive Mac Jones. Like this is not going to be his defining game, but it's going to be an all right game. I still think it's going to be a run type of game for the Patriots,
Yeah,
but
we're
I
gonna
think we're going to
definitely
see
run the ball.
more of him. I think we're going to see the regular Mac Jones we've seen all year. Be more conservative, not put the ball in harm's way that much, especially because it's in a playoff game, and this is his first playoff game. So you already know the nerves is going to be crazy for him. So
All right, we'll put it in betting term. We'll put it in betting wording. Over under for Mac Jones. Over 225 yards or under 225 yards passing.
under.
Okay. Any bettors out there to watch this stream? You heard what Man said. Go under Mac Jones 225 yards for the game against Buffalo. All right, we're going to move on to the next game, which is now keep in mind those first two games are on Saturday. We're going to move on to Sunday games.